Julia Lo Bue-Said was listening to all of that, CEO at Advantage Travel Partnership, the UK's largest network of travel companies. Julia, good afternoon to you. What impact is this having on your work?
Yes, good afternoon, Sheila. It's having a colossal impact at the all ends of the food chain regarding the travel industry. A lot of my members are literally who are travel agents, are working day in, day out, trying to help consumers. And the first priority we have and the most important aspect is exactly that, helping consumers try to understand those that are impacted. I mean, many are not impacted, and let's be very clear about that, but those that are, what needs to happen and how can we make sure that they can be put on offered alternative arrangements.
And I've got a tweet, I should say, here to my Twitter feed from Matt Cherry, who says, TUI cabin crew at Manchester, where he was talking to them this morning, they say they have enough crew, but they don't have enough ground handlers.
It's a knock-on impact. There are issues with ground handlers, issues with caterers, issues with some crew for some airlines. There is a knock-on impact right away through the whole food chain that supports the whole airline process.
So what will this mean for you in business terms? Is it going to, if it goes on throughout the summer, say, that's a big hit, is it?
It really is. I mean, what it really means is, instead of spending a lot of time on helping consumers choose their holidays, obviously that's a big part of what my members are doing, and making sure they can travel for essential reasons. It's working through cancellations and refunds and amendments. That's a big part of what a lot of agents are doing. And alongside changing travel restrictions, because whilst they're easing across the world, there are still restrictions in place. So it adds even more pressure, even more stress for a lot of workers, and a lot of our people at all ends of the front, the cold face across the system, are really the ones that are having to stand up and face a lot of disgruntled, rightly so, consumers. So it's a really difficult time, but one that, as an industry, we're trying to stand up and say, look, we've got to, where do we need to improve? What needs to happen better, and how can we make sure that consumers can get away on the holidays that they want?
Well, thank you for talking to me today, Julia. Julia Lo Bue-Said, CEO at Advantage Travel Partnership.